How are you doing today? Hi, Tracy. My stomach's just started to play me up a bit from these antibiotics, I think. So we'll see how far we can get. I got a new book that's got iron-on transfers in for me slow stitching that I'm having to go at. So I've been having a play. Hi, Linda. It's very cute. I've already cut some out and ironed them onto me fabric, ready to sew my next ones. To be honest, I haven't tried. I've just they fall down at least one or two a day. So I've just left them at the moment. They're just in my folder. So don't really. I mean, these can be scraped off, but I don't want anything permanent on me, stuck on my door really. So it might be a case of finding whether I string them together and hang them that way. I don't know. Not sure yet. So yeah. So I thought we'd have a play today and try something else that I've discovered. It's called momigami, and it's the art of turning paper into fabric. So I had a couple of trial goes the other day. I printed just normal printer copy paper, and I printed off a Google map of Niagara Falls, and then an actual Google picture of the falls, and you basically scrunch it. Hi, Colleen. Scrunch it up and keep scrunching and scrunching your paper until it becomes soft and pliable. And you add some either oil or hand cream, or I used hand cream on these, and they've come out all right. I've packed it with a really thin interface because I want to be able to sew through them. I tried it last night. This was a thick card that came, but I think I don't know whether I put too much hand cream on and it's ripped the paper while I was doing it, or whether it just wasn't a great quality card to start with. I don't know. So I printed a picture just off the computer, just a normal print copy paper, which is what this was. And you basically folding and scrunching to break down all the fibre in your papers until it just stops crackling and starts feeling soft. So that's what I'm going to do today. So you take your paper that you want to use, and I've seen it used with tissue paper, cardstock, normal thin paper, brochures. So you can basically do it with whatever, and you just start folding and scrunching. Good therapy for your hands, and you just scrunch your paper, scrunch it up, gently unfold it. This is the actually it probably would. I don't know how photocopy paper would break down. I've not really thought about that or tried that. And again, I've not. They've used vegetable oil, olive oil to soften it. I'm wondering about aloe vera, what aloe vera gel would do to it. So you basically open it out again, just gently open it so you're not, and then try scrunching it again. This is just regular printer paper. This is all this is, just regular printer paper. And you're just basically scrunching and scrunching. I mean, those small ones didn't take me long at all to break down all the fibres. But I'm wanting these images for my next Roxy's Journal of Stitchery that I'm following along with, which is calling Treasure Hunt this time. So as you can see from the back, it's starting to get quite scrunched up, and you just keep scrunching. So I'm just going to sit here talking to you and scrunching paper. You do have to be careful when you're opening it, because you can rip your paper. But as long as you're gentle, and yet when you're opening it out again, and it's just a case of keep doing it until you can't really hear the scrunch of the paper, and all you can, it's a lot softer, and you can see where bits haven't been scrunched as much. So you target them next time. It's a great. I mean, these feel lovely, and they do just feel like fabric now, which I'm hoping to stitch into. Well, I learned from off YouTube, so it's not a new thing. It's been going for a while. It's a Japanese art form, and somebody's made a bag and all sorts out of it, and yeah, so, and it's something I can sit and do while I'm not sewing as much on my machine. Well, I'm not using the machine at all at the moment. And so you just keep going gently, opening it out and re-scrunching it up. And you can still hear the scrunch in this, so it needs to go a lot more yet. Good stress reliever, yeah, it is a good stress reliever. And it does shrink. It does shrink down to by about a third. So you're losing about a third of your size of your paper. Now this one, I thought I might try some aloe vera on this one and see what aloe vera does on it. But as you can hear, it's a lot quieter now than it was. It doesn't, from what I've read, they've used hand cream, hair conditioner, any oils, vegetable oil, olive oil. There is a special one that you can actually buy online. I can't remember what it's called, specifically for momigami, but why buy that if you've got hand cream? Or so, and it's, if you use hand cream, it smells lovely. It smells nasty. Yeah, so yeah, conditioner. So I'm going to try some aloe vera gel on this in a minute when it starts to just get a bit more supple. That's fine, colleagues. And you can hear the difference in it, that it's not as scrunchy as it was when we first started. So you can start and hear. Now, when I did this card one yesterday that split, I think I put too much hand cream on. So I'm going to try it in a minute, this one with some aloe vera. In fact, I might get the aloe vera out and try it now. I don't want a lot, so it's not a lot. Just rub it into your hands, and then start and scrunch it, unwrap it, and that's a great idea. Yeah, print it on normal copy paper. Like I say, these ones I did put a really thin interface on the back because I want to sew through it, and I think it'll help just keep the structure when you're sewing through it. Hi, Melissa. Sometimes having me on mute's the best way. I might just put a bit more aloe vera on my hands. Again, just a similar amount, not a lot. Just a I just hope that's not too much that I've put on this now. Just have to watch that it doesn't start and break down too much. The only thing with the aloe vera, I'm finding it's a bit sticky. So just have to watch that it doesn't rip your paper. But already you can see it's starting to feel and look a lot softer. and the sound is quite quiet now. Right. Turn my iron on and just see what it's like when I press it out of it. So I don't want to go too far with it and squish it, because it's starting to split there now. I just have to, I've probably got a bit too much moisture in it there, so. And I iron it from the back onto the white, from the white side, just to. So it's still. Scrunch it again now. I've ironed it and give it another good scrunch. So already it's nice and getting softer. Yeah, I'm scrunching paper. It's called momigami. You scrunch up your paper and it turns it into fabric. So I'm going to have to, so I've got some holes appearing in it now, so I've got to be careful around where I'm scrunching those bits. But so you're basically breaking down all the fibres in your paper, and you've then got something that's a bit like fabric that you can sew ironing interfacing onto the back of it and stitch into it, and it's still got a bit of a ruffle, so it could probably go a little bit more, but I'm just a bit wary that it might just rip too much if I'm not careful. You can do it with sweet wrappers. Any paper that you've got lying around, like I say, this card was just, I think I probably put too much oil, hand cream on it last night when I was messing with it, and it's just so there it is, piece of fabric ready to work into a piece of artwork. Once it's got its interfacing sewn onto the back of it, it'll help protect those bits that are breaking down. And so there we go. So there's the two that I did before, the Google view of Niagara Falls and the falls itself, which already has the interfacing on the back. My picture of Lady Liberty for New York, because I'm wanting to do a slow stitch quilt of all the states that we visited in America. New York State was the first. Well, we went to Niagara Falls in 2000, and went into New York as well. So that's my plan. I think I think we've been to 15 states, but I only want 12 of them because some of them were too. I mean, like we went through Delaware, and we didn't do anything there, but we did stop overnight. But we didn't do anything other than just stop overnight. So we went down to Georgia, and we went to Tybee Island and Savannah, so they're going in. Tennessee, we went to Nashville and Pigeon Forge. Chicago, we've been to Illinois, Chicago. So they're all going in on my next quilt, and I thought we'd have a go at this momigami and try and see how it worked out, as to whether I can use some of these in my stitching project. So I've been slowly working on my book, which is getting there. It's got a few pages in there. And so that's about all, really. What's the strength of it? It's just a really lightweight one. It's not very thick. You can you just grab it. I mean, when I went to the shops the other day, they'd only got the black. They hadn't got another colour. So it was just a case of, right, okay, well, I'll have to have the black one, which is fine. So it might. It's an iron-on interface, so you can, I don't know if you can see, it's got the, I don't think you can quite see the glue dots, but it has got glue dots on that side of it. So it's just an iron-on interface. I didn't mention the sewing bee. Don't forget tomorrow, the sewing bee, 3 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock Melissa's time, and 9 o'clock Colleen's time, I think. Is that right, Melissa? I think that's right. I'm just going to stick a bit of this interface onto this piece while just to give it some structure. So I've just put a couple of strips down on the back of it just to give it a bit of structure so it doesn't fall completely to pieces. And I will add another piece into the middle, I think, just to make sure that it's all covered up. And then I can trim down my piece. Hi, Deborah. Yeah, Tracy, it's just a really thin, lightweight interface. And I went to buy some the other day, and this was all they'd got. They'd only got the black, and I thought, well, it'll do because it's not going to be seen. It's going to be at the back to keep the paper in some sort of ladies early for a replay. That's fine, Lynn. Lots of baby cuddles. That's fine. You're entitled to baby cuddles. Yeah, I think it definitely needs a bit more in the middle, just to keep that bit from splitting more. It's only just so that it doesn't split and rip anymore, really, that I've put the interfacing on it, so that it'll give it some structure when I sew through it. Oh, thin interfacing rips. Look at that. That was good. I didn't realise it would do that. Handy. Very handy. Okay. You'd skip the sewing bee for baby cuddle. You can't. You're running it. Deborah, I'm working on momigami. It's a form of turning paper into fabric. Basically scrunching it up. There's lots of videos on YouTube on how to do it. Was Tyson's quilt the one that you did the FPP on, Tracy? Or was that a different one? So that started out as a printed piece of A4 paper, which has been scrunched up, and I used some aloe vera gel on it to soften it a little bit, and then I've just ironed on some interface onto the back. So it's really quite cool, actually, and it didn't take, I mean, it's what took less than half an hour to produce that piece, which is now fabricy, that you can sew through. So I'm just going to trim it up a bit, get rid of all these scrappy bits off the end. That's it. There we go. So here's my finished piece that I'm going to get sewn into my quilt, along with my map of Niagara Falls and my picture of Niagara Falls, which will get embroidered in as well. Oh, how is your finger, Melissa? Is it? Hope it hasn't got infected. Ooh, nasty. So it's now I don't know what to do now because I've got nothing else to do. Unless I can find another piece of paper. Don't tell me husband. I pinched a piece of his paper for his card making. So just start scrunching. No. Well, they haven't let me know yet what the results of the MRI on my head was. I'm still waiting to go back and see the consultant. So they don't know what caused the double vision. Oh yes, scrapbook paper. That's what it is. Yeah. So it's just a case of just keep scrunching. It's great therapy. So it'll be interesting to see how this one comes out, because this is obviously thicker than printer paper. So whether it splits as much as what the cardstock did. stomach's playing up again. Boutiques are waxed, don't they? I think boutiques are waxed. You'll never sleep again. I've made a bucket hat, and I've got a pattern. I'll let you have it. And it's, yeah, easy to put together. Brilliant. Yeah, no problem. I can send you that. Not a problem. Well, I'm really sorry, guys, but I think I'm going to have to go because my stomach is playing up big style, and I'm going to have to go run in a minute. So I'll put a picture of this piece up once it's finished in Discord so that you can see it, and I'll see you tomorrow at the sewing bee. Fingers crossed. Oh, you've got a pattern. That's fine. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Really sorry, but I'm going to have to go. Take care.